The state fire marshal is investigating a fire that damaged more than 80 units last weekend at the Park Glen Apartments in the northeast corner of the Wolf Park neighborhood. The fire broke out about 6:45 p.m. Saturday, June 13th on a wooden deck of a third-floor apartment. Welcome to Park Update, the weekly show that gives you the latest information about what's happening throughout St. Louis Park. I'm Scott Smith, and this is the news for the third week of June. Fire officials say quick thinking by the first responders saved many more units from damage and saved lives at the Park Glen Apartments. Investigation into the official cause of the fire continues this week. Senator Amy Klobuchar was in the park this week promoting her Dig Once bill at the West End construction site. The bill would require that underground broadband conduits be installed at the same time as any federally funded transportation project.
To bring some common sense and some efficiency to this process, I'm introducing legislation with Senator Mark Warner of Virginia to require that federally funded transportation projects include the simultaneous installation of broadband conduit.
Klobuchar chose the West End project as a backdrop because it provides a great example of requiring broadband conduits installed in new construction. Klobuchar also quickly commented on the ongoing senatorial race between Franken and Coleman. More than 1,500 people enjoyed the first ever community open house June 9th at the Rec Center and Wolf Park, despite cool temps and a few raindrops. The open house allowed residents an opportunity to learn more about the many different departments within City Hall and their functions. The event also featured free food, music, swimming, and skating. Check out the photos from the event at www.stlouispark.org. Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill is coming to the park. The restaurant has signed a lease for 15,000 square feet at the shops at West End. The Lifestyle Center is scheduled to open later this year at the intersection of Highway 100 and Interstate 394 in northeast St. Louis Park. The bar will feature Southern-style family dining, an 85-foot bar shaped like a guitar, a mechanical bull, and a stage that will host live entertainment several nights a week, including a performance by Keith at the restaurant's grand opening. Taking a look at St. Louis Park School District news, Newsweek magazine has named St. Louis Park Senior High School the top high school in Minnesota and 105th in the nation in its June magazine list, America's Top Public High Schools. St. Louis Park and other schools were ranked according to the ratio of the number of advanced placement, international baccalaureate, or Cambridge tests taken by students at a school in 2008 and then divided by the number of graduating seniors. For more information and to see the complete list for Minnesota and the U.S., visit this link. Sixth grade students from the Park Spanish Immersion School earned a total of 3 gold, 11 silver, and 12 bronze medals, along with 24 honorable mentions, and attained national recognition for their performance on the 2009 National Spanish Examinations. Attaining a medal or honorable mention for any student on the National Spanish Examinations is very prestigious because the exams are of the largest kind in the United States, with well over 115,000 students participating in 2009. And that is your St. Louis Park news for this week. Still to come, news in the neighborhood and the History Minute. Up next, Jamie Zwilling with this week's City Council update.
I'm Jamie Zwilling, and this is your City Council news. The Lilac Park Improvement and Beehive Restoration Project received a $20,000 boost at this week's City Council meeting. Representatives from Nordic Ware presented the city with the donation to help assist with the project. The project relocates and restores the 1939 Wayside Park features, adds new features, and a new trail connection to the Southwest Regional Bike Trail. The grand opening will be held at 7 p.m. Monday, July 13th. The Council also took action this week to approve major athletic field improvements at Benilde St. Margaret's High School. The plan includes, among other improvements, a new synthetic turf field. Finally, in City Council news, 2 council members have announced they will not seek re-election this fall. Members John Basil of Ward 2 and Lauren Paprocki of Ward 3 both cited the desire to spend more time with their families when announcing their plans. Paprocki is completing his first term, and Basil has served since 2003. Both have no plans of leaving St. Louis Park and will look forward to be involved with issues in the city in different ways in the future. And that is your City Council news for this week.
A longtime fixture in the park, Al's Bar, has a date with the Wrecking Ball in this week's History Minute. Al's Bar has been a local landmark for over 80 years, located at the eastern border of St. Louis Park. Built in 1926, Prohibition was in full force, so the building was officially run as a cafe. But in the basement speakeasy, patrons drank and played cards next to a wonderful fieldstone fireplace. Al was Al J. Lovis, who bought the place in 1927. Al's friendship with the sheriff ensured that he and his speakeasy customers were safe from prosecution. Al owned the bar until his death in 1952. Because of its prime location at the threshold of the city, there have been numerous plans to redevelop the site over the years, but none came through until now. Sometime this summer, Al's will be demolished to make way for the new Ellipse on Excelsior development. This gateway project will be comprised of a 5-story commercial and luxury apartment complex.
I'm Leslie Farrell, and this is News in the Neighborhood. Parktacular events kick off on Friday, June 19th and run through Sunday, June 21st. The annual community festival features a parade, music, food, and entertainment for all ages. Events kick off Friday at 5 p.m. with a street dance and bingo. Be sure to come back Saturday as the annual Grand Day Parade will run from noon to 2 p.m. The day ends with a concert by Bob and the Beachcombers at 7 p.m. Parktacular concludes on Sunday with a Belgian waffle brunch put on by the St. Louis Park Lions Club. Be sure to visit www.parktacular.com for complete information on all the events, fun, and activities happening at Parktacular. The City of St. Louis Park wants you to be part of its new phone system. St. Louis Park officials are looking for someone who lives or works in St. Louis Park and has a clear and friendly voice to be the voice of the park. If you're selected, your voice will be used to record general greetings on the city phone system. Simply call the number below and follow the instructions. Instructions and script can be found on www.stlouispark.org. Deadline to record your information is Tuesday, June 30th. Finalists will be contacted later, and the winner receives a family 4-pack of aquatic park or skating passes. And that's News in the Neighborhood.
Thank you for joining us on Park Update. Be sure to watch Inside the Park on Channel 17 for in-depth coverage of citywide news and events each month. And I'll see you again next week.